Hello students. In the previous video we have discussed the topic of determinants and we learned how to expand the determinant and what is the determinant. If you remember what is the determinant, a determinant is actually a function which associates a real number to a square matrix, right? And we also learned how to expand the determinant of order 2 or order 3. Now exercise 4.2 we will discuss later, because since just now we have learned how to expand the determinant, so let us focus on the usage of determinant first, and then we will move to the few properties of determinants based on which we have exercise 4.2, right? So we will start with the first application of determinant. And what is the first application of determinant? It is to find the area of triangle, right? Area of triangle, if we have the triangle, we are taking any triangle ABC, right, with the vertices given, and let us say the vertices are x1 y1, then x2 y2 and x3 y3. If these three vertices are given, and we already have done the formula to find the area of the triangle in junior classes, but here we will learn how to find the area of triangle using determinants, right? Then the area will be given by area of triangle. This will be equals to, we will write down the values of the coordinates in 3 by 3 determinant, where the coordinates of first point A, x1 y1, we will write down as the first element and the second element of row 1. Then the coordinates of second point x2 y2 we will write down this way, and the coordinates of third point x3 y3 we will write down this way. Now if you notice, in this sense we have just written the values or the entries in the first two columns, and the third column is empty. But in order to find the area of the triangle, the third column we will simply fill with the identity element, that is 1. So if I have to find the area of the triangle, we will just write down the vertices x1 y1, x2 y2, x3 y3 in the first row, second row, third row respectively, column in the column 1 and column 2, and third column we will write down as 1 1 1. And when you expand this, right, so we are getting the area. And if you remember one more thing, when we are calculating the area, we are multiplying it by 1 by 2, right? Let me expand it, then you will get the idea from where the formula that you have used earlier is coming from. If I expand this either along column 1 or row 1, we are getting the formula. So if I expand it along the first column, then what we are getting, x1 into this row and column we will not consider, y2 minus y3 minus x2, because if this is plus, it will be minus and plus, minus x2 if I do, then second row and first column will not be considered, it will be y1 minus y3, right? And plus x3 when we do, it will be y1 minus y2, right? If I make a small change here, if I take the minus sign common from here, then you are getting your previous formula. It was x1 y2 minus y3, minus sign if I take common here, it will become x plus x2, and here it will come y3 minus y1, and plus x3 it will become y1 minus y2. I hope you people got the idea from where now this formula is coming, right? So when we have the triangle with three vertices, and this formula you people have used in junior classes, and this is how the formula is coming with the help of determinant. This 1 by 2 is coming before it. So this is the first application of determinant, that if the vertices are given, how will we find the area. And the second part is, we also know if 3 points are collinear given, if 3 points, let us say P point, the coordinates are x1 y1, Q point, the coordinates are x2 y2, and R point, the coordinates are x3, y3. If we have to prove they are collinear, then we know very well what will happen. Then the area will be 0, right? Then the area of triangle PQR, it will be 0. Since this is the standard result, if the points are collinear, area will be 0. Then either you multiply 1 by 2 here or you don't multiply, it will not make any difference, because when we expand the determinant, this quantity will become 0. So 0 into 1 by 2 will ultimately be 0 only, right? So this is the second use of this result, that area of triangle, when we are finding. And if it is given or the question is like this, prove that the points are collinear, we will simply show that the area is 0. Once the area is 0, it means the points are collinear, right? The second thing, we also know one more important result, that the area is always a positive quantity, right? Area is always positive, area cannot be negative. And by chance, while calculating the value of determinant, that means when I am putting the values here, it is coming negative, so we have to avoid the negative sign. So in order to avoid the negative sign, what we will take, we will always consider the absolute value of the determinant, right? Absolute value of area we will always keep. It means we will be, whatever value is coming, if it is positive, perfectly fine, but if it comes negative, we will take the modulus of that. Either you mention it or you don't mention, we can simply write down, because area cannot be negative, so we will write down the positive value of the area. This is the next point to be taken care of, right? And one more thing is this, we will consider one more property of this area of determinant. And I think before discussing that, let us do one sum where we will find the area of the triangle and vertices are given. Let us consider exercise 4.3, first sum number 1. The first part we will consider here. It is given the points or the vertices of the triangle are given. What are the vertices given? 1, 0, 6, 0 and 4, 3. These are the 3 vertices given to us and we have to find the area. So what we will do? We will write down area of triangle will be equals to 1 by 2. We will write down in front. And now these vertices, the values of x1, x2, x3, they will come in the first column, 1, 6, 4. The values of y1, y2, y3 will go to the second column, here 0, 0 and 3. And the third column we will write down as 1, 1 and 1. Right? This is how we will substitute the values. And now it's all about calculation. This 1 by 2 we will keep as such. And when we are expanding the determinant, let us expand. If you remember, in the previous video we have learned the row or the column which is having maximum zeros, we will expand the determinant along that just to avoid the calculation work and the calculation becomes easy. So here if you notice, first column all 3 are numbers, but second column 2 are zeros and only one number is there. So before doing this thing, if I write down expanding along C2, if we expand along C2, we will write down here 1 by 2, right? And if you remember, it is positive, negative, positive. So if this is negative, it will be positive and this will be negative according to the address of the element. This is odd position, this is even position, 2, 2 position, this is again odd position, 3, 2 position. So the signs will come accordingly, minus, plus and minus, right? So first element, since 0, it will be 0. Second element is also 0. Once again we will write down 0. Now third element is minus 3. So minus 3 we will write down. And when we expand, this column and this row will not come. It means the row, the column and the row, if I hide, what is coming? 1 minus 6. So it will be here 1 minus 6. That's it, right? So 1 by 2. and 1 minus 6 minus 5. Minus 5 into minus 3 is 15. So the answer will be 7.5, and we will write down here square units because we are finding the area of the triangle. So definitely we have to take the units as square units, right? I hope the sum is clear how we are doing it. Similarly, you people can do the second part and third part, as well as you people will be able to do sum number 2, where you have to show the points are collinear, right? The next topic, how we are finding the value of k if any unknown k is given and the area is given, we will discuss in the next video, right? Thank you, class.